In this video, we are going to take a look at solving inequalities with absolute value, but this time it's going to be the second case, which is when it's greater than. I got negative 4 minus 2r in absolute value greater than or equal to some number, in this case 10. So here we have to separate them into two parts. Either we take whatever we have under the absolute value and we just drop the absolute value and keep the same thing. So this is more than or equal to 10. Or it is going to be, again, drop the absolute value, but make it this time less than or equal to negative 10. So just imagine that you are away from your house and I'm saying I am more than 10 miles away. But you could be on the east side where you're greater than 10, or you could be on the west side where you're less than negative 10. So you're further away by more than negative 10 miles. Okay, negative because you're on the other side. All right, so let's solve the inequalities and then we'll have to combine them using union. So to isolate the variable, let's add 4 to both sides. And remember that when we add or subtract a number, the inequality sign will not change. So here I will just wind up with negative 2r on the left, greater than or equal to 10 plus 4. Well, that's 14. But now my next step to solve this for the variable is to divide both sides by negative 2. Now here is the problem. So when you add or subtract, nothing changes, whether it's negative, positive, doesn't matter. But when you are dividing by a negative number, the inequality sign will flip. So you need to remember that. So if you are dividing both sides by negative 2, you are gonna, instead of greater than or equal to, you're now gonna get less than or equal to, okay? So here we'll have negative 2 will cancel, so that's just gonna become r. Less than or equal to 14 over negative 2 is negative 7, okay? So that's the first part. Let's do the second part. So let's add 4 to both sides. And we will wind up here, so we don't have to worry about the sign changes because we're adding a number. All right, on the other side, I got negative 10 plus 4, which is negative 6. And again, I'm faced with the same problem of dividing both sides by a negative number. As I do that, the inequality has to flip. So I will get r. So here it's going to flip. But the inequality over here has to flip to the other one. So this is going to be greater than or equal to, so negative 6 divided by negative 2, that's positive 3. Okay, so what is that going to become? So here, the inequality, there are two of them, right? And we are combining them. So here, let's say this is negative 7 over here. It's pretty far. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So you're greater than 3. So you are all the way over here. 3 is here. So this is going to be greater than 3. So we're shading everything starting with 3 and higher. So we'll go all the way to infinity. And then on the other side, we're going to shade everything up until negative 7. So you start at negative infinity and go to negative 7. Now you also have to note that the dot here is going to be solid because this is not a strict inequality. It includes negative 7 itself. On the other side, this also includes 3. So let's see if we can graph that. So we go all the way to negative 7 here. And then here we start at 3, go all the way up. And then we place solid dots on each end here. Now, when we write this in the interval notation, we'll start at negative infinity, comma, then we go to negative 7. Now we have to think, do we put a square bracket or parentheses? Because this is not strict and we were using the fill dot, this is going to be square bracket. Then we want to union them or combine them, and then it's going to be 3, comma, and then we go to positive infinity. And that's, infinity, by the way, is always parentheses, never square brackets. So that's going to be my answer here.